Hey everybody, my name's Jen Yarbrough and I'm the Executive Assistant Office Manager, and I also help out in leading our Keys to Freedom and Soul Care groups. And this week we've been talking about how because Jesus lives, we have so many wonderful things like grace and mercy, hope and bold faith. Well, today we're wrapping up the week with this truth. Because he lives, you and I can have a wonderful future. Now, I've got to be honest, as soon as I was given this topic, you know that emoji that has the head blowing off? That's what literally happened to me. I thought, oh my goodness, wow. I could talk about so many different things in thinking about the future that God has provided for me because of his wonderful work on the cross and his continued processing of all of that salvation and freedom that he's been doing in my life. But immediately my mind always goes to when I used to struggle with food addiction and negative body image. And it was just something that I literally thought I was probably going to have to battle the rest of my life here on earth. Well, the awesome thing about this future that we have because of what Jesus has done on the cross is that we do not have to stay in those places where we are loaded down and being held back by things like addictions to drugs and alcohol or all kinds of other things, or just being enslaved to negative patterns of thinking that are full of shame and condemnation, or even just being consumed and overwhelmed with fear and worry. That's not the future that Jesus provided for us to have. So I just want you to stop for just a moment here and think about where you're at today and what you want your future to look like. If you're like me, I want to have a super duper awesome future the rest of my life. I'm guessing that's where you're at. So this is where we get to do some thinking and asking God today in your chair time, what do I need to see here, Lord? What are the things that I need to let go of? The things that are holding me back? What are the things I need to start doing? What are more of the truths I need to embrace into my life? Where do I need to get on my knees before you and maybe do some surrendering and some repentance? That was all part of my journey out of my food addiction and negative body image. And I'm here today to tell you that I have this future life that I always used to want today, right now. And it is just my hope and prayer that each one of us that are following after the Lord and seeking him are able to experience that every day of our lives. Because guess what? That's what he wants us to have. And it's part of why I am just so passionate about what we're talking about today. And as I was praying, God led me to this awesome verse. It's in 2 Peter 1:3. And this is from the Amplified version. I just loved how it expanded a little bit more from the normal version I was used to. And it says, "For his divine power has bestowed on us absolutely everything necessary for a dynamic spiritual life and godliness through true and personal knowledge of him who called us by his own glory and excellence." I think that's just amazing because it says several things to me. Number one, this is not about me. This is not about me changing myself. This is about him providing what I need in my life to get me out of those places that are holding me back. He is the one that does the work in me. It's his power. It's his help. It's his revelation. It's him as my counselor to point out those things that I need to be aware of in my life that are really holding me back from his best for me. And then it talks about through the true and personal knowledge of him. And that's one of the things that shifted for me was when I started to really know and understand I have a good God who loves me. So I can maybe go to those places in the past that were hard and that caused wounding. And I can know that he's going to lead me through those. He's going to take me through a process of healing so that I no longer need to go to food to comfort me. Because guess what? He's done the healing work in me to set me free. So in closing today, I just want to say, as you go into your chair time, why don't you stop and ask him and say, Lord, shine your light. Show me what I need to see here. So the future that I know you provided for me and that I actually want for my today is something that I can start working towards. God bless you. We're praying for you. Take care.